Here in America, the Black American faces the most challenging task of any community on the planet. While there are struggles happening across the earth, Black Americans must continuously deal with the ongoing effects of historical oppression. Most don't even recognize that they are experiencing the residual effects of this history and think being systematically disadvantaged is normal. Now, other communities are being targeted after many have come to America both legally and through other means. This system seems to be practicing strategies they eventually aim to use against others, but they are operating as if they are the indigenous people of this land. They control the narrative about Black America only because Black Americans have no independent economic system. If and when Black Americans obtain their own economic system, we wouldn't have to worry about institutional closures and shutdowns of organizations that assist Black Americans. For far too long, they have hindered, deceived, and destroyed all ambitions of Black Americans creating their own economic system. But I have the solution that can change everything. My name is Raheem Muhammad, and I've created the blueprint for Black America's economic system. This isn't just another book. This is the roadmap to economic independence and community empowerment. Here are the key points that make this blueprint revolutionary. First, we control $1.8 trillion in annual spending power. That's the ninth largest economy in the world. We have the resources. We just need the strategy to keep that wealth within our communities. Second, the original Black Wall Street showed us the way. Money circulated in that community 36 to 100 times before leaving. Today, our money leaves our communities in under 6 hours. The blueprint shows how to change that. Third, we have divine principles that guarantee success. Every major religious tradition teaches the same economic laws. The Jubilee system, early Christian community sharing, and Islamic zakat all point to the same truth. Systematic wealth circulation creates prosperity for entire communities. Fourth, modern technology makes what was impossible before now achievable. Blockchain enables transparent governance. Cryptocurrency bypasses discriminatory banking. Digital platforms connect global networks of conscious consumers. Fifth, we have historical precedents. The Islamic Golden Age created the world's largest economy using these principles. Jewish communities maintain prosperity through cooperation. Korean Americans demonstrated today with 100 billion in annual revenue through community networks. The blueprint provides a three-phase transformation strategy. Phase one redirects our spending to Black businesses. Phase two develops community infrastructure and cooperative enterprises. Phase three achieves complete economic independence with international networks. But most importantly, this blueprint addresses the trust issues that have divided our community. Complete transparency prevents corruption. Democratic governance gives everyone a voice. Systematic accountability ensures leaders serve community interests. If only Black Americans understood that authentic spiritual principles are the real cure for systematic oppression, we could defeat the divisive mentality that keeps us separated and become a great nation once again. The blueprint shows how spiritual unity creates economic unity. When we follow divine principles together, regardless of our different backgrounds within the Black community, we become unstoppable. This is about support and unity, supporting each other's businesses, supporting cooperative economic development, supporting community controlled institutions, unity around shared economic goals, unity around spiritual principles that transcend individual differences, unity around the vision of leaving our children a legacy of prosperity. We don't need to wait for others to save us. We don't need to beg for reparations. We don't need to hope that existing systems will suddenly become fair. We have everything we need to create our own economic system right now. The blueprint includes detailed implementation guides, financial templates, governance structures, and international networking strategies. It connects you to a movement of conscious consumers, ethical entrepreneurs, and committed community builders. But more than providing information, it provides inspiration. It shows that economic liberation isn't just possible, it's inevitable when we follow divine principles and support each other. Every successful community in history has followed these same principles. Now it's our turn to implement them on a scale never before seen. The choice is simple: continue financing your own oppression through unconscious spending, or redirect that same money to build community wealth and independence. The time for division is over. The time for excuses is finished. The time for depending on others is done. This is the time for unity. This is the time for action. This is the time for economic liberation. The blueprint for Black America's economic system provides everything you need to participate in this transformation. The historical precedents prove these principles work. The mathematical projections show guaranteed results. The spiritual foundation ensures divine blessing. We have the largest spending power of any community in America. We have the skills and education needed for complex economic development. We have the technology to coordinate global networks. We have the spiritual guidance that guarantees success. What we need now is unity of purpose and commitment to action. For those ready to begin this transformation, visit www.thearkproject.llc. Get the complete blueprint and join thousands of others building Black America's economic future. The time for preparation is over. The hour of decision has arrived. Our ancestors survived the worst oppression in human history and still built institutions that demonstrated our capabilities. Each generation laid essential groundwork for this prophetic moment. Now it's our turn to complete their work by transforming individual achievement into collective power. Support the blueprint, support unity, support economic liberation, support each other. The choice is yours. But remember, choosing not to choose is still a choice. And every choice has consequences for our children and our children's children. The blueprint is complete. The opportunity is before us. The future is waiting. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we will build the economic system that ensures our community's prosperity for generations. What will you choose?